Jeremy Corbyn last week demanded an end to the costly racket of PFI schemesUK. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn last week demanded an end to the costly racket in England and Wales after the National Audit Office warned the schemes are a waste of money. In Scotland, private Finance Initiative PFI contracts have already been replaced with the SNP's non-profit distributing model, which sees a greater share of profits return to the public purse. But the country still has 85 live PFI contracts, with the majority signed off by Labour ministers in Holyrood or in Whitehall before devolution in 1999. 12 deals were completed by the SNP administration after May 2007, with a further 3 signed off by the Tories before Tony Blair and Gordon Brown's general election victory. Despite the SNP's determination to stamp out PFI, the profits paid to shareholders have grown steadily each year as more projects have come on stream and the companies involved have built up the cash reserves. In 2016, the share dividends totaled a huge £70 million, up from £27 million in 2008. More than £185 million in PFI dividends has been generated from contracts funded by cash-strapped health boards over the past decade. Of that, a staggering £102 million has come from the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh project. The hospital at Little France cost £180 million to build and opened in 2003 under a 30-year PFI deal run by building giants Balfour Beatty and Barclays Bank. Other lucrative projects include Wishaw General and Hare Myers Hospital in East Kilbride, which have both generated £20 million for PFI shareholders. School PFI projects funded by hard-up councils have generated a further £118 million, including £22 million from Falkirk, £20 million from Glasgow, £11 million from Edinburgh, £7 million from North Lanarkshire and £6 million from Aberdeenshire. Dave McNeill's Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh, the M6 DBFO contract to upgrade the A74M from Millbank in Lanarkshire to Gretna Green, signed off by the Scotland Office in 1997, has paid out £49 million in dividends, including £19 million in 2016. Shareholders in water PFI projects in the Highlands and Tayside have generated £32 million. By contrast, several PFI contracts have not paid out any shareholder dividends over the past decade, although often only because the contract is not making enough profits. Others have kept dividends to a relatively low level, such as the deal to build a new training centre for the Old Strathclyde Police Force, which has paid out £82,000 in regular annual sums. Scottish Labour's new leader, Richard Leonard, hopes to make wiping out PFI debt a key part of his pitch to voters. Twitter Jackie Bailey MSP Jackie Bailey MSP said, Scottish Labour believes public services should not be run for private profit. With the collapse of Carillion, there has never been a more important time to review how public sector infrastructure projects are funded. Scottish Labour believes instead of tinkering around the edges, we should come up with a new way of funding public sector projects that does not put huge profits in the pockets of shareholders. It is imperative the SNP conduct a review without further delay. Richard Leonard hopes to make wiping out PFI debt a key part of his pitch to voters. An SNP spokesman hit back, saying, "This is the latest damning evidence of Labour's toxic PFI legacy. The disastrous failings on PFI have left taxpayers continuing to pay through the nose." In recent weeks, Labour have finally started to acknowledge their damaging mistakes, but what people deserve now is an apology for the huge swindle of the £22 billion bill Labour left us all for just a handful of schools and hospitals built. Millions of working people are paying the price for the mistakes.